everybody, it is Lisa. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Spiegel Mom Scraps YouTube channel today. We are scrap lifting this week, and the person we are scrap lifting is none other than the amazing boss lady here at Spiegel Mom Scraps, Jody. The layout I chose to scrap lift of hers was at the beginning of my video. So let's get into today's layout. I'm going to begin by using some of the shimmers that are available in the shop. I have these colors pulled out. They are Spritz in Cotton Candy. I have a Colorings Will Blue Me Down, as well as another Colorings called Night Moves. To begin my page, I am taking a piece of white American craft cardstock and using a piece of wax paper and spritzing it with the Cotton Candy Spritz to do a little bit of the packaging technique for the background. I'm going to go ahead and just get this down exactly the area that I think it should be in, and just go ahead and create some splatters after I have my area of watercolor down. What I'm going to bring in next is the papers that I plan on using for today. I'm going to set this aside to dry for a little while. Here I have some full-size sheets that I'm going to cut into, as well as some scraps from my scrap bin. I'm going to begin by working on the layers underneath my photo, but I don't want to do my layers directly underneath the photo. I am going to put the foam tape behind my picture today instead of underneath all of the layers once they're done. And so I just have some foam tape that I'm doing that with. And then after the foam tape is done and the backing is removed, I am going to start putting the papers underneath with the foam tape. This piece of paper didn't look like there was much left to use, but the edges were perfectly straight still, so I went and decided to go ahead and just have 3 sides of this pattern paper showing. And I'm going to use this pretty teal paper as well to put underneath on the other side, but not all of it's going to show. So I am just going to go ahead and take a strip of this paper, so that way I have some left, and mat this, and it looks like there is still a whole piece of paper matted under my photo. I was trying to decide whether or not to continue the layers with that really pretty floral, but I decided not to, and I go straight to layering this entire photo cluster on my black cardstock to make it pop and stand out a little bit more once it's on the page. I didn't want it to get lost, so I thought the black border would really make it stand out amongst all of the different elements that are going to be on my page in the end. So I went ahead and did the black, and now it looks exactly the way I wanted it to, so I'm going to set that aside and begin creating my strips for the center of my page. Jody's layout had 4 strips of pattern paper sort of in the middle, and they were kind of ruffled up and layered and just really cute, and I love that element, so I wanted to recreate that on my page. So I am just cutting roughly 1-inch wide strips out of my pattern papers. I'm going to cut 4. I'm going to use 2 gray and 2 color. I want to use this really pretty pink rose floral pattern paper, as well as this gorgeous teal pattern that has some script and writing on it. So now I'm going to struggle trying to create the corner element that was on Jody's layout. And this first time I tried to cut the strip, to cut down a triangular piece, I did not cut it big enough. And now I am here trying to struggle and figure out how to cut a piece of pattern paper so that way it is big enough. I went and tried cutting from the other side. It's 3 inches wide. I'm going to go right ahead and cut a 3-inch by 3-inch square of this pattern paper, and then I'm just going to cut it on a diagonal, and easily enough I have my triangular corners. Because they came out exactly the same size and everything, I decided to go ahead and add an extra corner element at the top left, which is opposite of the one that was on Jody's layout in the bottom right. Next, I am going to go ahead and cut some tiny strips to add some texture and little bits of color at the bottom of my page in the other corners that aren't going to have the triangular pieces. But first, I'm going to start working on the pieces that I have already cut and know where they're going to go, which is beginning with the triangular corner. This is the one that is exactly the same as on Jody's original layout. And because I have this extra piece, I am going to go ahead and just put that in the top left corner because it's there. And I didn't want to store it in my tiny scrap bin, so it got a home on my layout. Now these are the strips that Jody also had. I am replicating on my page today. And I am just roughly using my grid mat that is down on my desk to figure out where everything is going to go down straight and even. And I'm going to use that grid mat to make sure that they're evenly spaced. And of course my ATG gun had to grab my bottom page and pull that away. But I am now going to use my fingernails to ruffle up the edges to give it a little bit of a dimensional look so it's not just flatly adhered straight to the page. And there I have the 2 gray strips. I've got that really pretty pop of teal. And now I'm going to add this gorgeous rose pink floral pattern and ruffle up the edges of everything else. Then my photo can finally come back onto the page and go exactly where it's going to. I'm going to adhere it a little bit farther to the left rather than straight in the middle because part of my title is going to go right there in the top right corner of the photo. I am going to take this really pretty floral pattern that is from the Echo Park Princess collection, I believe, and cut it down to a 3" by 4" rectangular piece. And I'm going to mat that directly on some black as well, just to keep some of the black moving throughout the page. And that is just going to have a very thin border around all 4 sides of the black. After that is all trimmed down, I am going to go ahead and bring over my layout once more and figure out where exactly this is going to sit on the page. And I am going to layer it in with the pattern papers that are underneath my photo. And that is where one of my titles is going to sit. The next part that I'm going to work on is the little straight strips that are just going to bring a little bit of texture and color to the other corners that don't have any triangular pieces. Here I'm taking the color pieces that I have for the strips and just tearing some rough edges, again, just to bring in some texture. And I'm going to use a bit of ATG to adhere these into place. I'm going to put the pink one down first, and then I'm going to add the teal on top. And my daughter is in my scrapbook room annoying me because she's supposed to be in bed. So I'm going to shoo her off and then continue putting down my little bits of colored paper. And of course, she's still hanging out because, well, you know, mom's scrapbooking. Let's not go to bed. Let's join her and make her irritated. Such is the life of scrapbooking as a mother. But I got it done, and she did eventually go to bed. Now my texturized strips are in place. I have some circles that I punched from the, I believe, the older Fancy Free collection from Paige Evans. Some of these circles just had really cute words on them, such as I love this, sweetheart, XOXO, I believe, and love you more. I grabbed the layout. So yeah, I wind up using a dark navy that I'm adhering right now. That one says love you more. The light blue one that's right next to that says sweet and lovely. The one I just adhered to the photo corner, it says love this. The teal one at the bottom right corner of the photo says XOXO. And then the one down in the corner on the triangular bit says sweetheart. These are all of my youngest daughter when she was probably 18 months old. So she was a cute little sweetie pie playing in her castle. And I saw this thicker and I just thought it was so hysterical. The way she was popping through that castle door, it just looked like she's saying hello. And it was in a speech bubble, and I just thought it was perfect for where my title was supposed to be anyway, based on Jody's layout. So the actual title of my layout is going to be Hey, Hi, Hello. And in the top left corner, I'm spelling out hey with one set of thickers. The hello is in the speech bubble. And then hi is a totally different set of black thickers, which is a skinny glitter one. I'm also going to keep with the theme of the month, which is stamps and sequins. And I am using some Memento Tuxedo Black to stamp a castle on that triangular bit in the bottom right corner. The word princess right above the photo next to that circle element. I have on my block right now this really pretty little butterfly, which I am going to give a couple of homes around the page, as well as a solid and an outline heart. I'm going to stamp a few hearts around the page, predominantly around the titles, and then I'm going to put some on the circles as well. I do take a couple of moments to just go ahead and look through the acrylic block, making sure that they're where I want to be before I go ahead and press down and add them. After I am done with the heart stamps, that is going to be it for the stamps for me. And then I have the sketchy looking hearts that were on the thicker set. I'm going to bring those in, and they were the exact same thickers, I believe, that were on Jody's original layout. I'm not going to be doing any journaling on this page, but off camera, I am going to go ahead and add some of these gorgeous, gorgeous brand new sequin mixes just because Teal Me Tomorrow, as well as Cotton Candy Land, they are phenomenal. The colors are amazing, and you're going to want to head over to the Spiegel Mom Scrap Shop and check them out. There's a CHA sale going on right now. We have a couple of amazing Sparklers Sisters design team members in Phoenix actually at the show. So Jody is running a sale and a special to celebrate that, and I hope you will head over to the shop and check that out. Like I said, I'll leave a link in my description box down below directly to the shop, as well as my regular coupon code, which you can use all the time, as well as the one that is running for right now. The last bit of elements I'm going to add are some enamel hearts, and then off camera I am going to take all three of those gorgeous sequin mixes and add a whole bunch in each of the corners that are opposite each other, bottom left and top right. So that is it for my layout today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and will be sure to check back each day for new Spiegel Mom Scraps videos. I'll see you guys again soon. Stay tuned for the still photos. Bye.